Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pack Mentality Podcast. I'm Shorbzy with the smart and handsome AQ Devi. Um, Today we're going to be talking about all things Paradox Junction. We've had 2 days to play the map, sort of take everything in, at least the stuff that we know. There's still some stuff that needs to be discovered. But yeah, we're going to be talking all things Paradox Junction, thoughts, takeaways, maybe some questions that were raised from our experience playing it. And yeah, we're going to we have a bunch of questions we're going to be talking about, and we're looking forward to doing it. It's going to be a pretty fun episode. So, without further ado, AQ Debbie, how we doing?
Very good, man. Another new map. Very exciting time for certain Zombies fans.
Not all.
Yeah, definitely not all. I messaged you earlier today. I think some people are coming around a little more now that the quest has come out. I don't want to get into too many specifics, but I think there is a little bit of positive feedback compared to what we thought we were going to have. So that is good news, and I think, at least for myself, that reflects how I'm feeling. I really do enjoy this map. Again, I don't want to get into specifics just yet, but all in all, I'm feeling good right now. What about you?
Dude, I absolutely adore Paradox Junction. Like, I love it. I'm a big fan. I won't get into too many specifics right now either, because we're going to sort of cover just about everything. But I had so much faith in Kevin Drew and the boys when not too many other people did, and I think that's paid off very handsomely. So super, super happy with the map. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yes, we have both beat the quest, thankfully. So I didn't want to. We actually put off this podcast a little bit so I could complete it. This crazy guy stayed up the night of and did it. Yep. I didn't have time for outside reasons, but it got done last night. I have a video in the making of that little adventure. But I think we at least have some conclusive thoughts on certain aspects.
Yeah, it was I think my time, it was probably like a little after 1 a.m. and I was like, I can't go to bed like without at least trying it. And then ended up getting it first try. Thankfully, it was really close. I tried for my first playthrough, I tried not to use any like gums or anything. I was in the boss fight and was like, he probably had like 10% health left, and I went down and didn't have any more like equivalent exchange or anything.
Yeah.
I had to bite the bullet and rip a perk out right there. I was like, I can't just like, because if I didn't, I was for sure toast. Like the perks I had left were like Wisp Tea and like Speed Cola or something. Like I had no shot at surviving if I didn't do that. So had to bite the bullet. Maybe I'm just bad, but yeah. Being on round 40 plus didn't help my case either, but we did it, and very satisfied with that. So overall really happy with it. I have a bunch of questions that I was thinking about asking you. Was definitely thinking about these like throughout the day. I know where I stand with these, but I guess I just wanted to see what your opinion was, or any thoughts that you had. Maybe the first one being, what do you think? Because there's a lot of, I guess, discourse going on about like the Easter egg being really good, maybe the atmosphere, or like the reused assets. Obviously, a lot of people don't like. So I was going to ask you, what do you think Paradox excels at, and what do you think it lacks?
That's a great question. I would say it definitely, if it lacks in anything, it is purely the fact that it's not an original location. I don't mind that all too much, especially because it is a complete switch from the other nuke towns we've seen. I think the obliterated future version of Nuketown even is distinct from like the BO2 style of it. So I'm not too upset at that. I can understand why people are. But that, in my opinion, that's all it really lacks. What it excels at is absolutely the story aspect. That is far and away probably my favorite thing about this map. The story in this map and the voice lines and the intel, I think are extremely solid.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the intel. I'm kind of waiting for the Chopper video to come out. He's been doing just phenomenal videos about Ashes and Astra, basically like the lore behind it, like why we're there, and like all this other backstory stuff that puts those maps into a different perspective. So I'm kind of waiting on his video before I like I guess make any kind of like claims about the story or like, you know, what's going on the map itself. But yeah, no, I absolutely I've heard good things about the story. I'm at least in the game itself, like when the twins are talking and everything, like that's super immersive. Personally, I think it's the Easter egg. I love this Easter egg, dude. I absolutely love this Easter egg. I think it's the best Easter egg we've gotten in Modern Zombies, like with the bullet too. Like it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah, dude, I love it. That, in my opinion, that's what it excels most at. Yeah, lacks. I guess you could say the reused assets, but even then, and maybe we'll get more into it later. But I feel like that's like when you really think, like Paradox is they take a good amount. Like there's some unique mechanics and there's like a good amount of risks going on with the map. So like surface level, yes, there's reused assets, but yeah, I guess if I had to pick one thing that it lacked, I guess to your point, it would be like there's not like an original wonder weapon or, I mean, the Sunderget, I guess, but yeah, like not an original location. We're getting, you know, reused, like the dogs and the mimics are back and everything. So yeah, I guess that would be my response to that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about the lore for sure.
Yeah, I think even the things that are reused, I would say the only thing that is directly ripped from something in the past is the shock mimics. Those function identically to how we've seen them in Black Ops 6. But like I said, the Nuketown layout and vibe is still different enough for me. The Rad Hounds are functionally pretty similar to the Plague Hounds. I do like their redesign. I don't know if it's necessarily that I favor it over the originals, but I do like that they did take the time to make them look different. The Blundergat, while it is reused, it functions totally different than anything we've seen once you upgrade it. Like I think it would be, like you said, sort of surface level to just say it is completely reused. I would have a hard time saying that for how great I feel the map is, but we'll talk about that.
Right.
Let's see. I had to ask you, and this is a much more lighthearted thing, and then we'll dig a little deeper. Have you listened to the Easter egg song?
Dude, it's so good.
It's really good.
I love the Easter egg song. Yeah, it's yeah, like I was at the gym earlier, bro. I was listening to it at the gym. Like there's a lot of like especially the BO6 and BO7 Easter egg songs. Like they're just like good regular songs. Like I listen to them outside of Zombies. So
yeah.
Every time I load up the game, I'm playing it for sure. I like doing it like maybe if I'm like saving up points to like triple pap or something before the boss fight, I'll just throw the song on and just go crazy in the destroyed Nuketown version with like the Blundergat, and yeah, dude, it's so good. I love it. What do you think about it?
It's great. I'm trying to compare it to Turn to Ashes, from Ashes of the Damned with Elena, of course. I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse. I'm not sure yet. I like that Megan Rice's vocals are very distinct, in my opinion. I show a lot of Easter egg songs to my girlfriend, and she's like, these all sound the same. And while I wholeheartedly disagree, even with the Elena songs, like I've yet to show it to her, but this one I think does feel very different just because it is Megan Rice, who we've only had before on the Terminus Easter egg song. It's great. I don't know. I like to observe like the lore of the songs, and I don't know what to pull from that. for this one, but
Okay.
it just sounds good. And I so badly, I didn't do it last night when I did the egg, but I do want to, like, whenever I can, I love to activate it right before I trigger the boss fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that again.
Yeah, dude. What's the name of the Terminus Easter egg song again?
Can you hear me come in?
Yeah. I literally, when I heard it the first probably couple times, it reminded me of that. So I don't know, like, the like vocal, like I don't know that stuff nearly as well as you do. So it's funny that you mentioned Terminus, like her being also on the Terminus song, because that's kind of what came to mind when it first started playing.
It's an interesting choice to bring her back as well. Like, I wonder if there's any reason for that, whether it's like scheduling with Elena or like, I wonder why Kevin specifically, because I think this is probably the only time a vocalist has been brought back that's not Elena, Maluka, Clark, or Avenged Sevenfold, I think. So it's interesting.
It's a good decision. Yeah, she crushed both songs, so
absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, big ups to the Easter egg song there. It's a really good. It's definitely. I'm glad to see that they kind of bounced back after Astro Malorum's Easter egg song. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, I've come around to Magic a little more, but it's not what I would connect the sound of zombies to. But that's just me.
Yeah, agreed. So this kind of ties in to you saying that basically, like, the lacking part of Paradox is like the reused assets. Obviously, like, they sort of changed a good amount of like they're not fully like reused, but like I mean, for the most part, they're primarily pretty similar to what they were before.
Sure.
So my question for you is, if you could change one thing about Paradox, what would it be? And it might just be a layup with the reused assets, but I guess if you can, try not to have that be your answer.
Sorry, there's a dog snoring. I don't want that to come through the mic. Could you repeat the end of your question?
So if you could change one thing about Paradox, what would it be? And then just, I guess, ideally try not to make it like the reused assets, but I mean, if you want to make it like a specific one, then feel free, because a specific one definitely comes to my mind.
Ooh. I'm thinking between two certain things, and one kind of leads into a question I wanted to ask you. So I might save that and bring it up when we get there.
Okay.
Mine would be, I guess, kind of the opposite of the reused asset portion, which is add more in. And that would be, it would be cool to, if we would have gotten either a third whole Nuketown or the bunker, like I think was theorized quite widely. Looking back now, I don't think it's that bad to the map. This is a pretty like contained story, and it is very much the aspect of bouncing between the two is what makes the egg what it is. I feel like they could have done it to have 3, but to go past future, it makes sense. A little bit more play space to something like the bunker, I think is all I would add if I weren't to add a whole new Nuketown.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I remember personally guaranteeing that we were getting another Nuketown or a bunker, and it doesn't seem to be the case, which, you guys know what to do. Hate comments for AQ Debbie.
I thought for sure too, man. Oh,
I was convinced, and like it's still so good. That's the thing. Is like, that's a sort of a testament to like how good the map is, because I still love it, and that's without like the crazy like hidden area that a lot of people like were hoping for. So yeah, I mean the one thing I would change would be the mimics. I hate the mimics. Like they don't like really like ruin my experience, but I think you mentioned it in the last podcast when we were sort of like saying what we were hoping for, or like what they might bring back. Like the Megaton was right there, like in front of your eyes, man. Like to your point, it's in a hazmat suit. Like it just makes so much sense, and I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity. Not like it was just it's in a hazmat suit. It's something we haven't seen in a while. I think they know that everybody hates the mimics. Yeah, I thought that they just it's yeah.
They made it a troll relic. Like
right.
it's the easiest one to unlock, and
it's like,
you then need to use that to get the rest of them.
It's
so
like
to start
sinister
people on their curse
difficulty
journey.
too. Yeah. Yeah, the mimics again, they don't like ruin it for me. Obviously, I still love it, but yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of the mimics. So if I could change one thing, it would be go from a mimic to like a Megaton, and then I think that would be perfect.
You sort of answered two of my questions with that a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I was gonna ask what are your thoughts on the shock mimics? Okay. If you want to expand a little bit more,
yeah,
and then I'll give you my thoughts. I don't know if they'll be too different from yours, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the positive is like they're easy to kill if you like the Blundergat / Thundergat like annihilates them, and I mean that's a good thing. They're not spammed, which is really good. Maybe when you get to like the higher rounds, I don't know how that works, but like from my experience, I think it's just one a round. I'm pretty sure. So again, they don't get in the way. They're pretty easy to kill. I just don't. They don't like fit in with like the theme of the map, I would say.
I agree.
Ashes, like we're in like the forest, like woods, whatever's going on there. Obviously there's like different areas that don't quite fit in there, but like for the most part I feel like you kind of get like a foresty like woods feel when you play Ashes. And they have Zursa, who's a bear, and it's like perfect. That like makes so much sense. Oscar, I don't need to explain Oscar being on Astra. That makes a ton of sense. It's got like the sci-fi like spacey theme. And then we get to Paradox, and I'm going to mention the Megaton again. Like, it's a giant hazmat zombie on Nuketown that has hazmat zombies. And they're like, what if we put the Mimic in? Yeah. I don't know. I think having... Treyarch really loves having these, like, long-range attacks when it comes to new elites and stuff. And I think that just kind of takes away from what an elite is supposed to be. I feel like it's supposed to be this like bullet sponge that you run away from and then shoot and like keep your distance. I feel like that's sort of the purpose of it.
Sure.
And mimics are just snagging me and biting me and stuff, dude. I don't know. I can't say I'm a big fan. If they were used for something cool specifically for the egg, I think you could justify it, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the mimics at all. What are your thoughts?
I would say the part that makes me not care about the shock mimics really is that they die very quickly. Yeah. I've never had a moment where I was struggling to kill a mimic.
Yeah.
And I think I exfilled from my egg game at 56, and even the HVT mimic during the exfil went down in like a mag of the SG-12. So
yeah.
They're not too like they're not too much of a burden to me. The biggest thing that to me sucks about them is what you said, that they don't necessarily fit with the map at all. It would be interesting if they would have done a sort of like toxic mimic.
That'd be pretty sweet,
just to fit the radiation theme. It's a weird choice, and especially considering that, like, and this is just like camo challenge brain me, like we no longer need special kills for camos or anything, so why like force them in? Like if anything, I would figure an elite would be more fitting, but I don't know. They don't hurt my feelings too much, other than they don't necessarily fit.
Yeah. Yeah, the morning of, when people were saying like it was leaked that the mimics, or there were like mimic calling cards, I was like, oh my gosh, no. But yeah, they ended up not being too bad. Again, just thematically, I think it would just fit the theme much more if it was a Megaton or some other, even if they did some kind of like toxic nuke mimic or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's obviously not what they ended up doing. To your point, they're easy to kill, so it's not too bad.
Spices things up a little bit, but
Yeah.
it would be better if they fit.
Right. All right, so this, I had this question while me and a buddy were playing earlier, and we were actually like looking. We went through the entire map and looked at all the drawings and stuff, and it's really interesting stuff that's on the sidewalks and the walls of the houses and stuff. So my question for you, I don't know if you noticed, but there is actually a drawing of the Dark Heart over a couple houses. So there's a foreshadowing of the boss fight in the map, which they did it with Oscar and Ashes.
Sure.
I don't know if anything in Astra foreshadows Paradox. I feel like that's like some kind of theme that they're like going for. I think it's sick personally. I like the idea of like something in the next map being like right under our noses, and we don't like know what it is until we actually see it and then kind of come back. Obviously, This one's within the same map itself, but yeah. So we were looking at other drawings. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. So my question for you is, do you think the drawings foreshadow anything that we're going to see in the future, or do you think it was just the heart over the houses, and like everything else is just like story stuff that like isn't going to happen in the future but just kind of gives us context, or like just kids drawing crazy random stuff because they're kids, and maybe like they're just seeing stuff in the dark ether? Or like, yeah, do you think we're getting any foreshadowing going on?
So in my like initial run through, like my first game on the map, I was also looking at all those drawings, and there was a theme that stuck out to me that I've heard sort of explained in a way that's less interesting, but I don't know if it necessarily fits with all the things I was seeing. The thing that stuck out to me was we saw chalk drawings of a wizard, multiple castles all throughout the map.
Yeah, dude.
Spiders and a dragon.
Yep.
Feels very much like we may
dude.
be getting some sort of like fantasy. I heard it explained.
Insane.
Yeah, I heard it explained that could just be Citadel. I don't know, because the castles that are shown in the chalk drawings, like there are actually multiple different like looks to them.
Yeah.
But to me, they don't look anything like Citadel does. And the spiders, like wizard, you could kind of argue with like maybe incantations or something, but what about the dragon? Like, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I hope that that's alluding to some kind of thing. Whether or not that's the next map, I don't know. But it would be cool to see some kind of like very fantasy themed map.
Yeah, I agree. Where they like really dive into it. Yeah, so I noticed the castles too, and to your point, there's like different looking castles, and like we didn't get a dragon or anything on Citadel. And like the wizard stuff is like there's like a hat, and it's like there's no like wizard hat or anything on Citadel, but that is interesting. I wonder if that maybe that's the foreshadowing of like another map. And the spiders, I think that was on like the throne, right? Like the sort of the warden's throne. At least that was my depiction of it, is that it's the warden's throne with like spiders on it.
I think that is what I didn't realize that would be that might be the warden's throne.
I'll have to go back and look at it, but that's, at least when we were looking at it, that's like what I thought it was. Yeah, it's so easy to like let the mind wander and like think about like what we could be seeing, dude, a castle map, and we'll get into this later, but like the next map that we're getting, at least like the few details that we know about it are like super super exciting. And if somehow that also ties into like this wizard castle thing there, like it's already S tier for me just based off of like the few things that we know about it. So one thing that I took away from the drawings was one, I thought it was really funny actually that the like dead version of the twin is like in love with Dempsey. I thought that was like a super funny drawing.
Oh my gosh. I saw that drawing. I did not put it together that like she was all over him in the ending cutscene.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that drawing just now too. That makes sense. That's
that is
hilarious.
so funny. Yeah, I think that's a really like funny foreshadowing, and that actually that made me laugh when she like I didn't notice it at the time, but somebody pointed it out after, and I was like, okay, it's even funnier now that yeah, she like hugs him and he's like grossed out and stuff. But
Wow.
another thing was I mean, people have already like talked about like the pirate ship and like the Cerberus, like the three-headed dog, but I saw a few times the three-headed dragon, and there's like erupting volcanoes on either end of it, like in the background. And if you're following the leaks, it's rumored that we're getting a Takio map that is, I think it's like at the base, it's like a temple at the base of a volcano, and the volcano erupts every now and then apparently. If that, my guess is if there is a foreshadowing in the drawings, it's that, and maybe that's like the final boss or something, or maybe just like the elite. Like imagine some like massive, obviously not like boss fight scale enemy, but like just like the size of Abomination or something, but it's like a dragon is on. Dude, that'd be so sick. I would be so down for that. That'd be so sick. I think. Oh, I would love that.
Like it's like a mini dragon, but
yeah,
something about that is like terrifying.
Oh yeah.
To have it like round a corner and it's just got like three heads just looking for
dude.
you.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
So I saw that a few times, and yeah, my mind did go to the leaks, and I'm just like on alert now that like Treyarch is literally just like messing with us and hiding stuff like right under our noses. I'm just like I'm on high alert, so maybe I'm overlooking that, but yeah, I am mildly convinced that like that's a potential future like elite or boss fight or something. But there's also, speaking of dragons, there's also one dragon. Like I think there's only one drawing of it, and it's like different colors and stuff. And I found that to be really, really interesting. I don't know if did you mention that when you were talking about like the wizard hat and stuff, or no?
Describe it.
It's hard without the picture right in front of me, but it's like I think like the head and the body are different colors, and like the tail and like the limbs are different colors and stuff. Like it's all like it's a different colored. Like it's a dragon with like different colors all over its body, and it's not like a
multicolored dragon.
Yeah, like the three-headed one that I just mentioned is seen in a few different spots, I think. But the one that the multicolored dragon, I only saw that in the one spot, and that's another thing that I'm wondering if like maybe that is a boss fight that we're getting, because it was a big drawing of this dragon and it just kind of stuck out. So I guess I'm wondering again, high alert mode, if that's like Treyarch hiding something in plain sight sort of deal there. So
yeah. I don't know if I saw that. Now that I beat the egg and I can kind of chill out a little bit, I do want to go through and just find all the chalk drawings I can.
Yeah,
because I feel like there's got to be something in there that's not just representations of things we know, but definitely some kind of allusions to whether it be the next map or some sort of future aspect of the story or a totally different map. There's got to be something.
Yeah, I find it hard. I mean, at the very least, there was did you notice the heart over the two houses in Nuketown? Or no? Really?
No.
Yeah, it's I think somebody like tweeted it or something, or maybe I was watching a video and somebody mentioned. I don't remember like how I found out about it, but when we were looking at the drawings, I was like, oh, it's just like right there. And
yeah,
I don't know if maybe if I saw it before, I would have been sort of aware of it, but yeah, just looking at it now, it's like, wow, this was just right here for everybody to see, and like nobody thought about it because I don't know. I mean, the mushroom cloud, a lot of people were convinced. There was the Cerberus thing going around, and Treyarch said that we were going to be surprised by it, and sure enough, we're pretty
Definitely
surprised
was
by
not
it.
expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, no, those are the two leading theories. Now I like, now we have to ask what is up with the mushroom cloud.
Yeah, dude. I don't like. I don't
We
understand.
we
Not that
saw the drawing of like Nuke Toffin on the side of the bunker.
Yeah.
I
Is
don't
that his
know if
face?
that's. It doesn't look like his face on the actual nuke. On the bunker, it's for sure him. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
I don't think. I don't think I could make out that was his. Like, if it was like Dempsey's face, I couldn't make out if it was Dempsey. Like, it's definitely not like distinct, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
is it just as simple as like the entity spits us out at the beginning of the Astra cutscene, and now the nuke spits us out into Nuketown, and then I guess it just chills over there because it's cozy or something. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm so curious as to what like the lore is about that. Was that explained in the lore at all?
Not to my knowledge.
Interesting. Yeah, it's and I'm actually pretty happy that we don't like fight it or anything. I think that's like, I'm glad that they're not like, nobody. I mean, I guess if you want to say the drawing maybe, but like, I'm glad that we didn't just like know what the boss was, because it's just like lurking outside the map like a menace. So
BO7 sort of doing better than BO6 was with your gripe of seeing the boss before we fight it sort of thing, which BO6 was notorious for. But
yeah,
I think BO7, like, the most they showed was like at the beginning of the Astra fight, we fight the Calthera's head, but we didn't know that all the extra phases that would come after. So I think they're doing better, at least in this aspect, because I know that was a major criticism for you.
yeah, just like, but I mean, I say that, and at like, I say that, but when I was playing the maps for the first time, it's not like I knew. It's not like I passed like the skeleton on Shattered Veil or the T-Rex, and I was like, oh, we're fighting that at the end or something. But
Sure.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just like makes everybody like, I don't know, like frantic when like there's like some big statue or something, or like the mushroom cloud in the map. Like if there's like a statue on the next map, I'm like, I am fully convinced that this is what we're fighting at the end. So no tricks. Yeah, to your point, they're keeping us on our toes, which I like. It's really nice knowing that like when you go into a boss fight, I don't know if we're getting like a freaking flesh monster or like a dragon or like what's going on. Whereas they were a little bit more like down to earth in BO6. Now we're just getting like nightmare fuel for boss fights, which I love. So
Hell yeah. No, it's yeah. Okay. I one of my questions was something that we're already sort of talking about, but I think it's better saved for the end. Okay, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but since playing the map and going through the egg, I know you were pretty indifferent about there being no elite on Paradox that we knew of. After playing it now, do you think that the map should have included some kind of elite? And that's like, aside from it being a replacement to the shock mimics or whatever, but do you feel like the map is sort of missing that sort of elite?
honestly, no. Like now that I've played it, like dude, I go down enough in Paradox. Like I was like, am I like am I washed right now? Like I kept going down, and I was like, dude, am I like, do I suck now? Like this is insane.
Yeah.
It's such a, but I've seen other people like talking about the same thing. I don't know what it is. It's like maybe the nature of it just being more like condensed and like close quarters and stuff. Like there's not I can't really think of like an open space, which is a pretty sick callback to like Nuketown and Alpha Omega. Like in those maps, there's really not this like massive area that you can like train in and stuff. And I think an elite would like it would obviously make it more difficult, but I think it's like perfectly difficult as it is.
Sure.
I mean, unless they were gonna make it like unique, or unless like the Megaton was to replace the Mimic, I would say no. I don't think it needs an elite. I think it's fine as it is. I guess I would say the Mimics are like the Mimics are fine. They're kind of just there, but like if you don't take care of them soon, then like they can be a nuisance. And then the Radhounds, dude, they think like those are no joke, bro. Like on the Radhound rounds, I'm like going in a corner and like throwing a Casimir as far away from myself as I can, because like they'll sneak up on you. Like they're actually like you have to mind your P's and Q's when a Radhound round is there. So I would say, yeah, just the difficulty of the map itself, as well as like the Radhounds, sort of make up for, I guess, like the missing like difficulty, I guess, that like an elite might bring. So no, I don't think they're missing an elite. I think maybe they were looking at it and they were like, we don't need an elite in this map is already like pretty close quarters and stuff as it is. So no, I think it's great. I don't think they need an elite. What about you?
That you're making a lot of great points that I actually didn't consider. Like, it might be a little side tangent, but there is a sort of irony to this map, which is all the hardcore players, which I think you and I would call ourselves.
Yeah.
A lot of them were extremely skeptical about this map. Some definitely still are and have plenty of reservations. Like I said, I get it. But the fact that it's tiny little Nuketown, not a lot of play space. We want this, we want that.
Yeah.
But damn, it's kind of hard. It feels like a challenging map.
Yeah.
And like, it's funny that this map feels very much like made for higher skilled players because it is so compact, like you're talking about. But that's the audience that is more upset than the casuals about the setting. I just find a certain irony in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, those Radhounds, it's funny. I think it was last week I talked about like, oh, you know, maybe since they're sort of bigger than the Ravagers, like they won't be able to swarm you as easy in theory. Just like how I was kind of picturing their like AI and animation and all that. Dude, they might be worse. They're nasty crazy guys. They're correct. And the thing is, like with Ravagers, if you get like cornered or whatever, and you can wipe out the Ravagers and get away. But if you get cornered with these guys, they're leaving all their acid pools.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's brutal. To whatever extent I would like to see an elite, it has nothing to do with the difficulty. I don't think the map needs it. Yeah. I've yet to, and I'm sure eventually you and I will do the cursed Easter egg, which I hear is Mimic City. But yeah, the only thing I would like is if I were to want an elite, it would be the Megaton, just because it fits thematically so well. Yeah. I think if you swap that out with the Mimics, it might make the map feel a lot harder though. I don't know. I think I would be down for that challenge a little bit, just for the sake of the map feeling like a lot neater and thematically making sense.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about it, but that would really that would mess things up.
Like, dude, imagine like just an amalgam, like you're just running away and you just get like freaking yoinked through a crowd of zombies in this like already like super like compact area. Like, yeah, I don't need that. That would rage. Like, I would rage quit so hard.
No, it's a great point.
Yeah. Dude, the Radhounds, like, another thing about them is they're so fast. You can't run away from them. You just get mauled. Like, and I think that's a really good thing because every other enemy, unless I'm forgetting, like, they, like, maybe I'm misremembering, but do the Ravagers catch up to you? I don't think so. Like, I think if you run in a straight line away from Ravagers, I don't think they catch you.
I think you're right.
These guys, it's different with these guys. Like, in the boss fight, dude, my main, like, concern was the freaking Radhounds, bro. They were, like, just like they're like nipping at your ankles the entire time. It's like, go away, man.
As soon as I saw them spawn, they were instantly getting clapped by me because I was not even thinking about timing the Sunder Gap properly on the actual boss when I had those guys at my tail.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I think that, and like this is a theme of like we wanted unique things in each map for BO7. Excuse me. And people are saying like we're not getting that, but like we went from Zursa, who's like your standard, albeit like insanely sick boss design, but like your standard elite, just chonky, bullet sponge kind of thing. It has like unique mechanics in its own right, which is another awesome thing about it. But your standard elite, like it spawns in, you kill it, kind of thing. Oscar's obviously way different. Acts more like George Romero. You want to like basically avoid him, I guess. I mean, maybe not anymore now that there's like the mega face ripper death machine thing that we get for killing Oscar.
I heard it's ass.
Oh, is it?
It's still not good.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. I was thinking about just going and trying to get it one time just to see if it was worth it, but it doesn't sound like it is.
I gotta try it for myself, but yeah, I think it just has more ammo, supposedly, is what
stupid.
I heard.
It doesn't do more damage? That's insane, bro. What are they doing?
That's all I heard. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay. And then we get a map with no elites, but you don't even like feel that because it's so compact that like the regular zombies are killing you, and Radhounds are such a danger every time that you play, or specifically like the max ammo rounds. Like they did a really good job of increasing the difficulty. I would say this is harder than Ashes and Astra. They increased the difficulty and they didn't even need an elite to do it. I think like bravo to Treyarch. I think they crushed that.
I played Paradox one time with my girlfriend, and we were playing on Cursed, and we got to our first Radhound round. And by the end, she's like, these used to be the easy rounds. Like, these used to be the freebies where you would slay the Hellhounds or whatever and get your max ammo. And I thought that was so funny.
That's very well put. Like, it's not your Vermin round. It's not your Parasite. Like you have to bow up against the Radhounds, which I love. I think they're so well designed. I think it's, I think that's something that's kind of being overlooked when obviously there's so many other things to talk about with Paradox, but so not missing the elite personally, I'm struggling enough as it is. So what are your thoughts about the Blundergat / Sundergat, like in general, like the quest to get it, the strength? How do you feel like it compares to the first two wonder weapons we've got? Just like overall, like general thoughts, things you like, things you don't like, stuff like that.
That I had a question that was more so, what do you think about the quest? But we might as well talk about both.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about how the gun actually works, anyways. The Blundergat base, in my opinion, extremely mid. Even when you pack a punch it, sadly. But I like aesthetically great. The Blundergat is sick as hell just for what it is.
Yeah.
And for a wonder weapon that has like another upgrade to it, I wouldn't want that to be so overpowered as to make the next one, whether it be too overpowered or it be such a small jump that what's the point in even getting that second upgrade?
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it, and I think that especially goes for or rather that works in tandem with the quest, which it's funny that, in my opinion, the quest to get the base Blundergat, phenomenal.
Yeah, it's sick.
I love it. It might be a sort of fetch quest, but how it plays between like the two different versions of Nuketown is fantastic.
Chef's kiss.
And
yeah.
yes, I would say I might say it's the best Wonder Weapon quest we've gotten in BO7.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
And so the fact that getting such a, like I said, mid Wonder Weapon is kind of lame. You can then do this tiny little extra step, and then the Sundergat is fantastic.
Yeah.
It now that I've gotten the hang of it and how it actually works, it might be my favorite of the game so far. I'm not totally sure. It is okay.
Mine, yeah.
It's really good. I've yet to use it in like cursed with quadruple pack-a-punch or anything.
Ooh.
But I really enjoy using it. It can kill a lot, and I think thematically it fits with the map as well, which I didn't think we would get. I know that there's no like story aspect to it, like why it's there necessarily, but
yeah,
the souls and how they function with the loot sys, and there's lots of soul boxes, escorting things around using the souls. I think it fits really well. All in all, though, I'm a fan, and while it is unfortunate that we don't have a good reason for it being there, which was one of my biggest wishes for the map,
yeah,
everything else about it I'm totally fine with, and exceptionally so. I'm happy about the Blundergat.
Yeah, and the thing about like it like not having a reason to be there, I don't know if you saw like Stanley's post, but he just gave like a quick like paragraph of like a description for the Blundergat. It's like that's like the lowest effort thing that you probably had to do for like, making the map.
Yeah,
like they went through, I don't know what it's like, but I can't imagine like the seamless transition thing was easy. Bro, making like it takes like 5 minutes to type up a paragraph or like reason why it's there. You don't even have to do like intel or like an audio log or anything. You don't have to like explain it in that way. If you just summed up why it's there, I think that would have went a long way for it. So I agree, it would have been cool if they like gave a reason why I was there. Not that like ruined it for me or anything, but yeah, that definitely would have been sweet if they included some kind of like description or like reason why it's there. But dude, I love, I mean, the fact that you sort of like take note of like which mannequin and which like wall you have to blow up and then put acid on, and then you sort of collect those parts in like the nuked version of it, and then the fire tornadoes being in the map, and the fact when I first did it, I thought you had to kill the zombies, so I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong? But turns out you have to kill like the things attaching to it and take it over. I mean, obviously, like we know that now, but a small detail of that is the fact that for the upgrade, so for the base version, you just put it in the nuked version, it comes back out, you're good to go, or you assemble it in the nuked version. But for the Sundergat, you take it back to the past, place it in there, and then sort of whatever like nuke or like whatever happens in the past that causes the future Nuketown to be the way it is, somehow like charges it up to be the Sundergat, dude, and you go back to the nuked version and you pick it up, dude. It's so sick. Like just that concept. We can get into the egg as well. I think the tree, that's such a small detail that I like absolutely adore, that you like plant it in the past and then you go, what is it? Does the nuked version, is that like present time? So that'd be like 35 years later or something?
Yeah, I don't know what's considered what, like whether future is actually present or actual future, okay. And same for past. I don't know where they sit, but yeah.
Regardless, I mean, you get a full-blown tree in the nuked version of it. It's like, dude, that's peak, like that's top tier stuff right there. So yeah, when they did that with the Sundergat, I thought that was awesome. Just a small detail that I really liked. The visuals are obviously insane, dude. Like that weapon inspect, like give me a break, dude. That's like the dragons like spitting the fire. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I wish there's a couple things that I wish they did with the Sundergat. There's the obviously like the base shot that like is kind of just like a better version of the Blundergat. You can see the souls flying up, which is awesome. I like that like the death effect of it. Like I said, the souls flying up. Like I think in Astra the zombies like dissolve or whatever, and then in Ashes I don't know what the gauntlet does to the zombies besides like explode them maybe. Like they just kind of like fly up or whatever. But
So
I'm a sucker for a cool death effect. I think the souls flying up is so sick. I wish the charged shot and like the well-timed charged shot were a little bit more like distinct from each other. I know you see the beam and everything. I guess I wish, I don't know, maybe like if they had different effects or something, or if the beam was like more powerful. That kind of goes into my other gripe that I had, is I feel like it doesn't like penetrate through zombies, and not like it doesn't like pierce a horde. It'll kind of just like, at least what I feel like, it just kind of takes out like the front like group of zombies, and it doesn't like shoot all the way through, if that makes sense.
okay.
Where I was kind of hoping like a beam would just like whatever like zombies are in the way of it just get like annihilated. So
In my experience, that's kind of what it was.
I like to an extent. I guess
Sure.
my argument would be I feel like they could do it more. Like they could do it better. Like when we were talking last week, I was like, I want this to feel like something I'm not supposed to have. like I could literally like just annihilate like an entire horde of zombies if I wanted to with one shot, kind of thing. So I feel like maybe like it's not bad, but like they could have made it a little bit stronger, I guess.
Now
So,
that I have like the timing down,
yeah.
I feel better about using it. I don't know about like the high rounds. It gets a little sketchy when you start getting the super spinners in there.
Yeah.
But I think I have the hang of it a little better now. I'm wondering, so I have upgraded it to quad pack-a-punch and cursed before I knew how to get the Sundergat upgrade. So I'm curious if that feels any better. If you don't know, the sweeper had 2 shots, just standard pack-a-punch 1 through 3, and then the 4th made it 6, I believe. So I'm wondering if it hopefully not just triples your magazine size. I hope it does a little bit more with the Sundergat upgrade, but we'll have to see.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we'll have to find out. But overall, dude, the Blundergat / Sundergat, like super sick. It's the best quest. It's the strongest wonder weapon, I think. I love the death effect. I guess the only like visually, I think the only place where it doesn't beat the other 2 wonder weapons in the game is visuals. Just, and that's not even like that it's bad. It's just like the visuals of the other 2 are like insane. So I love the Blundergat / Sundergat. It's so good.
I do wish the camo or pack-a-punch, whatever,
fully
effect,
like wrapped around it.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, but it still looks so cool, like with what they did.
For sure.
But no, I agree. I wish it was like fully covered it.
My and this kind of led into the thing that I said I would talk about when we get there. It was about this, and it touched on the story aspect of it too. I wish the upgrade from Blundergat to Sundergat were a little bit longer. It feels really simple, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just wish there were a little more to it, because literally all you have to do is kill 2 zombies and a mimic. But if I were to change anything about this, it would be that instead of doing all these things to get pieces of the Blundergat, I wish we would have been getting parts to a teleporter or something. Ooh. That would let us have a one-time go to the warden's office and yoink it out of mob.
Dude, that would actually be insane.
I still wish they did it, man. But it is what it is. Oh,
Dude,
well.
I would love that.
I'm really freaking surprised we did not get at like I'm surprised we didn't get either of the previous upgrades, whether it be the magma gat or the vitriolic withering.
Yeah, I think if they included that somehow, how like you could have. I mean, we were talking elementals. I don't know if I ever mentioned it like here on the pod, but I was theorizing that like we do like the elemental thing, but it's like acid and magma, obviously that we've already had, and then some kind of like soul, which would be I guess the Sundergat. That's basically like a soul Blundergat, and then like a dark ether one where like I don't know, maybe it just has like a shadow rift effect or something, but I agree. I think seeing the acid and magmagat would have been a really cool thing to include. I don't know if like that would be problematic quest wise or whatever, but yeah, I'm also a little bit surprised that we didn't get it.
The main thing that I'm surprised about is because they both thematically fit very well with this map. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think like Doomsday Nuked Apocalypse is too far away from Magmagat.
Dude, that's a crazy point actually. Those are like the two things that
and like
Rad
Radhound, I thought for sure we were
Good
gonna
point.
have to use some kind of like scoop up like an acid pool or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude,
don't
those would've
know.
been sick. Yeah.
People would have complained, but I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
I'm with you, Kevin.
Imagine like an Alistair's Folly like Blundergat where like you get the Sundergat, you add the magma and the fire to it, and you just get like a charge shot as like one of 3 effects, dude. That'd be insane. That's actually such a that's actually such a good point though. Like I didn't even think about how like the magma and the acid gat, like dude, those are like the 2 things that like you could have put into Nuketown and like nobody would bat an eye. And
They fit.
Yeah, dang. But I mean, Sundergat's still so good. I love it. And then obviously that's the first step of the quest is getting the Sundergat. And I guess
I'll
we'll just
go
say,
out.
Okay.
I'll go out on a limb and say the Sundergat probably fit better with Blood of the Dead than the Magmagat.
You think so?
The souls are such a key aspect to Blood of the Dead.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there's also like the pits and stuff though. Like there's when you get across the bridge, there's like the fire, like the lava pit there, and like going like the
Kinda.
fast travels are fire. No, I agree with you. I think that's a good point. Like it's definitely more themed around the souls, but yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, that's tough.
We'll get in the writer's room one day.
Treyarch, let us in. We would cook.
I'm not really changing much. I'm just asking for more, and I'm always going to do that. But I'm not upset at all about what we did get.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a good point. I did not even think about like the acid gat and magma gat, how they would be so fitting for the map. But yeah, dude, in terms of the egg overall, dude, I love this Easter egg. It's so like you get the Sundergat, that's really fun to do. I love all the steps for that. The first step after that is like the RCXD thing, dude. I'm such a sucker for like secret rooms and like secret paths and stuff. I thought that was awesome.
It's also a throwback to how we've always had those like secret
paths
RCXD
on
shortcuts.
Nuketown. Dude.
Yeah.
So good. Like bravo to Treyarch, bro. They're like, yeah, they crushed it. The like kids games that you play, like dude, hopscotch, like that's so fun. The Foursquare one, I will say, I wish that was a little bit more challenging. Like maybe in a similar way that like when you do hopscotch, how there's like the black like goo that kind of like goes from square to square and you can't step on it.
Or you can't hit it to that square or something.
Yeah, if in Foursquare, like let's say 2 of the squares are covered by black goo in one go, and it's like the only 2 that aren't are the one that the ball is currently in, and then you have to like angle it so you hit the ball to the one other square that isn't. Yeah. Something like that. My only complaint is that one is like just piss easy. But sure. The hopscotch thing's really fun. Charging up the I don't even know, like artifact things with the souls with the Sundergat. After you do each game. Super fun. I love is it supposed to be jacks? Where like the ball bounces and you like shoot the zombies while they're in the
It totally is jacks. Shit,
okay.
I didn't even realize that.
That's so good. I love those 2. The Foursquare one could have been better, but the piano step, bro, like it's like so fun. It's so good. Um, yeah, every single step of this Easter egg, I absolutely love doing. Like it's so fun. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, it's like um, easily the best quest in Modern Zombies. Like, it's so fun. It's actually like every step is enjoyable. None of it's tedious. I think if you could argue maybe one thing is tedious, it's sort of like constantly flipping between the past and the future. But I mean, yeah, you're gonna
We
be
knew
like,
we were gonna do that.
yeah, you're gonna be strapped for points, obviously doing that. But like, yeah, besides that, Chef's Kiss to the Easter egg. I have so much fun playing it. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, that segues really well into one of my questions, which was, what is your favorite step of this egg?
Oh man, that's oh gosh, that's a tough question, man. Let me think. So we have the RCXD one, planting the seed for the tree. I mean, that concept is so cool. The fact that it's like fully grown. I will say, I wish we did something more with the tree, considering there's like birds chirping and stuff. Like when you go near it, it feels like something that's supposed to be more than like throwing a tomahawk at it 3 times and getting firewood. But besides that, I mean, I still love that stuff. Yeah, it could be, I guess. Let me think. I do love hopscotch. I do love the jacks thing. I think it has to be the piano step, though. I
Really?
love the piano step. And like that's. I mean, it's a tough pick because every single step I love, but yeah, the whole thing of like, I mean, the waiting for the piano teacher or whatever, like that obviously doesn't, like that's not grandiose or anything, but the 8 different notes that you have to sort of interact with around the map, anything like Morse code, I'm a sucker for. It's not Morse code, but it's like it's blinking and you have to count it a little bit, and
Sure.
I thought that was fun. So like, yeah, just paying attention to like how much each one blinks and like remembering where you're like, oh, this note was by the bus or whatever, and yeah, just remembering that stuff. So collecting those, putting the notes in, and then the second you like get it right, the music starts playing, dude, and it's so good. I love that stuff. So yeah, probably the piano. Anything where like it's like cinematic. You know, I'm pretty sure you know that I'm a huge fan of the salute step on Citadel. Like anything like cinematic where it's like just visually and like audibly is like, I don't know, those, like, I guess that's kind of what it reminded me of, where it's like it feels like you did something really important in the quest. And I would say that that's probably the step that makes you like feel that the most. So yeah, I think I'd have to go with the piano step, but you could pick any step and I would say like, yeah, that's a 6 step. So what do you think?
Yeah, this is a fantastic quest. It is the quest in tandem with the story and just all the stuff involving the twins and all their drawings scattered around the map. Like those two things are what shoot this map to the moon for me. Like, and I'm not even someone that's upset about it being on Nuketown, so I don't have that like gripe to overcome. Like, it really just goes from good to fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My 2 favorites I did put as the hopscotch and jack step.
Okay.
It's so like simple. It would probably be hopscotch. I love that it like puts you in third person too, which makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
But it so many I gave an honorable mention to the seed to tree step just because I think we were expecting at least one kind of step to be something like that, bringing something from the past,
Changing
to
the changes. Yeah.
changing it when going to the future, and we did that with the Blundergat as well. Yeah, such a neat concept. I'm surprised we didn't get more of it, but I'm happy that we got any of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the twins games. It's just
So fun.
such a unique thing, and it fits so well. Oh, yeah,
Dude, they're so good.
those would have to be my favorites.
They're so like specific to the map. Like I mentioned earlier, we want map specific stuff. Like this like Paradox feels like, I don't know, it just feels like this map where like you're not just doing like random stuff. Like it's really stuff that like fits the theme of the map, and I think sometimes that maybe gets lost with Easter eggs and like Cold War, BO6. I wouldn't say so much BO7. BO7, I feel like they're doing a really good job of like making the steps like thematic to the map, but yeah, this one especially, I think they like absolutely hit it out of the park. They crushed it.
And not only all of this with how involved and thematically fitting and solid all of this is, the longest quest in modern zombies
Yes,
on
bro.
Nuketown. How did they do it?
It's so funny, dude, because when I was watching, I'm a big Codename Pizza guy. I was watching his stream that morning because, of course, I'm excited, gearing up to play it. And he's a really good zombies player, big speedrunner, like Easter egg guy. He's like, I think part of this was because people were worried about the tool that people were using, or like that they like worried that people were gonna use. He's like, I'll be shocked if this is like he said 3 hours max, and I was like, okay, like I don't know if I thought 3 hours, but I was like, yeah, I'm thinking like a 5-6 hour quest, considering just like what we expected just the layout of the map to be. We're like, it's just two nuke towns, and they're like,
I would have said 3-4 hours max before the tool even existed, based off layout alone. But that's just me.
I was like, how much can you like fit in like, and people are good at solving, like Pizza and his crew are like insane. Like they get world's first basically every time. Yeah, so when he was saying 3 hours, in my head I was like, maybe not 3, but like 5 maybe. Can we stretch it to 5? And it took like a minute or two under 12 hours, bro. Like that's so peak. As somebody who follows the quest or the hunt the entire way, yeah, I could be happier. It was like, I think you mentioned the irony of like us really like hardcore players like going down and stuff in a map that we expected to just be this like piss easy like throwaway map or whatever. And it's a similar thing. It's like ironic how we're like, yeah, dude, this is like partially because of the tool, partially because it's just 2 nuke towns with like an extra like couple houses or whatever. And we're like, yeah, dude, like 3, 4, 5 hours maybe. And it's, to your point, the longest hunt in modern zombies. Like that's 7 or 8 years, I think. Like this is the longest quest we've gotten in 7, like since a BO4 quest.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it.
That
I think everyone I think really just underestimated this map, and I think they still are, but
dude, that goes into my like, we gotta trust Kevin Drew and Treyarch, man. Like these guys, they like BO6 was the warm-up, and everybody was kind of like, it's pretty good. I personally thought it was pretty darn good. But like BO7, man, we got 2 banger maps, and instantly people want to turn on. They want to like doubt Kevin Drew and like Treyarch and stuff. It's like, dude, let him cook, man. And I'm so glad that like Paradox has ended up being what it is, because like they absolutely cooked. I mean, the Easter egg is so good. Like they made even the regular version of Nuketown, dude. I really like that. Like that's a nice, like it's not super vibrant or anything, but it's definitely more colorful than it looked in the trailer or the teasers or whatever, which I thought was interesting. Dude, stop disrespecting my boy Kevin Drew. He's the GOAT. If BO7 continues on this trajectory, it might be my favorite zombies game ever. And you guys want to like lump him in with like, I don't even know. You like, people have him below like Jimmy Zielinski and stuff, but like, get out of my face, bro. Like Kevin Drew is absolutely cooking. You guys need to trust him. I'm glad. I think it only goes up from here. I think people's trust in him and Treyarch only goes up from here. Because I mean, we know that we're getting unique maps from that like creator call. We know we're getting all new locations, all new elites, all new wonder weapons, and the next map is expected. They said it was supposed to be large. I think, dude, yeah. Stop doubting my boy Kevin Drew. He's goated. He's got the sauce. He's got the juice. Let him cook. All right, you guys Kevin
really just slapped us with a fire ass map on Nuketown for the
Yeah.
love of the game, baby.
Everyone doubted
He
him,
did it.
bro.
He did it just for fun. He said they couldn't.
Yeah,
They
dude.
said he couldn't.
Oh gosh, dude. Yeah, so he crushed it, man. It's so, I don't even know like what we were talking about, but yeah, dude, so good. Such a good quest, such a good map. I want to say an honorable mention to the step that actually caused the hunt to be as long as it was, which is the final step before the boss fight, in setting both the hour and the minute hand to 0 on the clock, and then shooting it with the blundergat or the sundergat while you're like switching from, I think, future to past Nuketowns, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
That took like, I think that step alone took like 5 hours, right?
I think so.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, honorable mention of that. I think that's a really sick concept. I don't like fully understand, I guess, like what we're doing when we do that. But
No. Yeah.
I don't fully understand. I'm sure there's an explanation. Like when Directed comes out, Directed does a really good job of like sort of telling us like what we're actually doing when we do a step. But I love that. I will say one thing is I think there's the side egg that you do like 115 on the clock. I would have liked to see some kind of like time freeze step like we got with the lightning in Ashes.
Oh yeah.
I would have liked to see something where it's like you do a charge shot on the clock, or like, yeah, something along those lines where you do a couple steps and then charge shot the clock and that like freezes it, and then you have to do something while time's frozen. I think that was maybe a bit of a missed opportunity, but
Maybe
yeah,
they
dude.
thought it would be redundant after they already did it on Ashes.
On it, yeah, you're probably right, but like, it would have been sick
Sure.
in a map themed around time. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, favorite step would be piano step for me after the long tangent. But I'm surprised you said so. Do you also feel like the 4 square step is too easy?
Yeah. I got it first try. Hops. I also got the jack step first try, but I was using the SG12, so it was pretty nothing.
Dude,
Hopscotch took
is
me
rough.
tries.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm seeing from like a lot of people is like, for some reason, dude, hopscotch was like, and it's not that, I mean, just avoid the black thing, like the goo that like travels from square to square, but besides that, like, it really shouldn't be that difficult, but we were having a rough go.
The black shit wasn't my problem. It was just staying in the lines.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so funny, yeah. I will say
Such a
with the
good step,
Jax
though.
one,
I love it.
yeah, it is, yeah. With the Jax step though, I wish there were more phases with more zombies in it to make it like an even bigger challenge. I think it's like there's 4 and you get anywhere from like 3 to 5 zombies.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe add a couple more where there's like 7 or 8 and you're just like looking in the sky and like doing a circle and like spinning around and just shooting everything in a panic. But yeah, still just great steps regardless. It's so good.
Oh yeah, man. I'm curious. I think I only have one other question for you, but we're gonna wait till the end for that.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I don't know if I have any. I guess I have one that, like, while we were talking about the drawings, I do actually have a no, actually, I guess I have 2 more yeah, I guess I have 2 more questions. One pertaining to the drawings. There's like, and maybe I'm missing something, but I don't feel like it was answered. Those like colorful, like, it's in the drawing on the one driveway outside of like the multiplayer Nuketown, where it's like a really like colorful, like big drawing. And there's those like colorful ghost things. If you remember those.
Yes.
I'm thinking like right now I'm thinking, are those like the Shadow Smiths? I don't understand what those are. I'm wondering if those are the Shadow Smiths.
It's funny you say that because I was watching Pizza Stream. I'm not someone who typically follows the Easter egg hunt, like watching it live or anything like you do. But I did tune in right at the end as they finally got that last step. I was there for it. But I noticed on the back of the Nuketown sign, those things were also right there. But in my game, they weren't.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's like intel that activates it, because I know some of the intel is kind of weird with the chalk drawings on this map, how you have to interact with it. And it'll say,
okay.
I forget what the text is. But yeah, I have no idea what those are meant to be. The Shadowsmiths, though, that's a pretty solid line of thinking. I could see that.
I don't know what else they would be, but is there a thing of like, maybe I'm just tripping, but like, do more drawings spawn in as you do the quest, or do I just notice them more? I was having this thought earlier. I was like, I feel like there's more stuff on the ground than there was like last time I was in like the regular version of Nuketown.
You might be right, and I just went into puberty. You might be right. Because I don't know when I looked at the back of the sign, but it might have been before it appeared.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, I think that makes sense, because like I will say, at least I feel like there's more stuff on the ground and like the walls and stuff as I go through the egg. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, but that's my guess. Is that like stuff kind of appears, and like that would make sense, I guess, if like they're on the back of the Nuketown sign but they aren't in your game.
Yeah, if I were to look at it earlier in the egg and say, oh, it's not there, but I wasn't really looking for it late in the egg. So yeah, interesting thought. And I wonder, like, if that is the case, that sounds kind of cool, because it's like I don't know fully what to take away from it, other than like I guess like playing with the twins, they're like happy and drawing more shit. I don't know. It's cool though. I love the twin stuff. It's so neat. And I can't believe we got to see them, like, even just in the exfil screen before we had the quest solved. It was a huge shock to me.
Yeah, it was. I remember seeing the picture, because I died my first game, of course. But I think I saw on Twitter like the picture of the new exfil screen. I was like, what the hell is that? like why are we seeing this, as opposed to, like, not in a bad way. I was just like, that's new. Like that has to have some kind of like implications. I didn't think they were the twins though. I imagined the twins looked like similar or something, but I didn't know it was like a girl and then like the dead version of herself. I think that's what it is, right? Some people are saying it's like the reincarnation of Sam or something.
Something's weird with them, but I'm living for it.
Yeah, no, they're super interesting. It's like storyline stuff, like the story in BO7 just makes you ask so many questions, and it's just so fun to like theorize about, man. It's great.
Hell yeah. But did you have another question?
I do have another question, but I feel like mine would be a good way to like end off the.
Okay. Well, me too. So,
okay.
Well, okay. Before we get there, did you want to talk about the boss fight?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
The boss fight, dude, it's so weird, because my first playthrough, I think part of it was, I think there were a few things for my first playthrough that kind of factored into it. One being, it was like 4 a.m. and I was like dead tired. It was also around like 45, which for a bum like me is like, I don't like the high rounds. It gets really annoying for me. Unless I'm on like BO4 with like the salvo or something, or like BO3 with the apothecary serve. Like, if it's not like piss easy for high rounding, I'm not doing it. But my first playthrough of the boss fight, I was like, like that's fine. Like I didn't think too much of it. I did it again today with a buddy of mine, and I was like, dude, that's a really well-designed boss fight. Like, that is, I think part of it is like the fact that we did it on an earlier round, of course. But I'm just like more familiar with it, and as somebody who like really wants unique mechanics in a boss fight, I think they crushed it. Like, you use 3 different methods that you already are familiar with, that like you basically were like doing trials of this type of like mechanic earlier in the Easter egg, and you use those to unlock the different, I'll say like artifacts or whatever. I don't know, like the piano and all that stuff. Yeah, you use like, it's a really cool, unique mechanic. that I'm really happy to see. I'll take that every day of the week over like a Caltheris, where it's just like a bullet sponge and you just laser Caltheris until she dies, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's a super unique boss fight. I would say I have two gripes with it, but
Okay.
keep these in mind, or keep in mind that it's my favorite boss fight in BO7.
Oh.
My two gripes are, the heart itself isn't really a threat. Like, you're kind of doing all of these mechanics around it, but it's not like Vatherion is like hawking you down while you're like, I mean, Caltheris obviously is doing this. Caltheris is like throwing me in an armbar while I'm trying to like shoot her and stuff. Like, it's crazy, the stuff that's going
That's
on
a
in
mean
Caltheris.
bitch.
Yeah, dude. But the Black Heart, like, you'll literally be like, whatever, protecting like the dome thing while the twins are inside of the dome. I'll turn around and the Dark Heart is just like staring at you, like just like looking over you while you're doing it, like just menacingly. So I think that's one thing. Like, I wish it itself did more. And I mean, when you get to like the phases where you actually have to attack it, like it's like shooting stuff down at you and stuff. Like, not to say it's not a threat, but I guess it feels like it's not my main concern when I'm doing it, which I would say isn't the best. But again, I still love the boss fight. It's really good. And then the other thing is, like, I guess I wish it was like, I wish it wasn't. It's not like, it's not like I guess a person, if that makes any sense. Like, Vatherion was a person, like a Shadowsmith, I guess you could say. Caltheris is the Shadowsmith. It's like a being with like that, like, can see you and stuff. Whereas I feel like the heart is just like an organ. Like, it's not like this like mean looking thing that wants to like rip you apart or anything. It's just like this giant heart like floating. So I feel like the design could have been better. I wish it was something that had like a face and like
Personality.
talk shit to you. Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Sure.
So those are like the two grievances I have with it. But besides that, dude, like, unique mechanics, it's so good. It's such a good boss fight. I'm still waiting for them to do some kind of like parkour thing where we like jump off a wall and interact with something. But I'm gonna let them cook. I'm not gonna doubt them. But yeah, the Dark Heart is my favorite boss fight in BO7.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I know you were really wanting something that wasn't just shoot and kill.
A bullet sponge.
And this is absolutely getting us in that direction. Yeah. I don't know. I agree that the heart itself isn't really the threat. It's the potential
it's the rat
failing.
hounds where you're trying to defend the thing.
Yes. In all actuality, it's the rat hounds. Yeah, I think it's it's very solid. I may prefer the Vatherion fight more because he is in your ear that whole time talking shit, and I love that.
Yeah.
But there is something cool about this fight, which is, and you kind of touched on it, which is while you're like, you know, going to the backyard to like unveil these artifacts by doing whatever, I love that it's like slowly just like coming towards you.
Okay.
Like, it's not, and we know it's not going to do anything as far as I can tell, but it's just slowly moving towards you.
Yeah, it's like creeping. Yeah, dude.
I like that aspect of it. It's just this massive thing in the sky, like right over your head.
Yeah.
Something about that's so neat to me. But I didn't even think about the fact that it didn't have personality until you brought it up.
Yeah, it's just like, again, like Caltheris and Vatherion, like, they're talking that junk the entire boss fight. Like, they're like, yeah, just like saying things and stuff. In the heart, yeah, the heart's it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I mean, still cool. Like, it's a giant heart. Like, that's freaky, but yeah, I wish it was like which I guess maybe if they put personality into it, that would mean that they would have to make it like a Shadowsmith or something, but
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are like two small gripes I have with it, but still love it overall. I am glad that we saved mine for the end, because mine is actually about the cutscene, which I guess chronologically comes after the boss fight, so it makes sense to ask about it. So I don't think there's.
Well,
Oh.
my question was, what are your theories about the next map? So
Ooh, perfect. All right, there we go. So we had the same question. So yeah, I think in the cutscene we see, obviously there's like the stuff going on with the twins and like her, like hugging Dempsey and stuff, which is funny. And then for like no reason, bro, like the grossest thing I've ever seen when she like pulls the snot out of her nose, bro. I was like, that is disgusting. I don't like that at all.
wild.
But they say the next place we're going, I think they say we're going to the house first, and then we're going to a cold place.
Yeah.
Which, the house in the picture, like there's snow going on in the house. So I'm wondering if like those are like the same place or like the same area. Like maybe it's the house and then like the surrounding area or something.
We just go into the backyard.
Just to like is that Monty's house that we see in Rev? Is like that's the house, right? That's a theory, at least.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll see, but the fact that it's a cold place, like, or at least I mean they said it's a cold place. Super excited for that. I don't even know, like, I guess I haven't like theorized about like what that would look like, but I'm such a sucker for snow maps and multiplayer and zombies that, especially with Treyarch saying that it's a large map, like I think the map that we get next is going to be like unbelievable. In terms of, I guess if I had to like give my best guess as to what that is, I think we're going to go to the house for the cutscene, and then somehow in the cutscene we find our way into this like frozen, I don't know, some kind of like frozen tundra or something. I don't know, like, again, what the layout would be or like where exactly we'd be going, but I am super, super excited that it's a large, seemingly snow or ice-based map. If you had any, I mean, there's been multiple times in the podcast where like you've said something and I've just been like, yeah, I mean that, I'll piggyback off that. That makes sense. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you have any like good ideas or guesses about what that could be?
I really don't. I'll tell you all the like my stream of consciousness with everything that we do know though. A lot of people have talked about that it's very interesting that we get a sort of cold place after Nuketown, and people are pointing to Tog. I think that's not the idea. I'm pretty sure they've already said like this is the only like sort of remake or remaster that they're doing this year. So I think that's that's out of the question, in my opinion. When I think snowy in zombies, I think like frozen forest.
Okay.
I'm definitely skeptical of any sort of idea like that, just because we already had a sort of like tree nature-esque sort of map with ashes. So I don't think they're gonna do that again. Other than that, I don't have any ideas other than the strange part of all of this to me is I'm working under the assumption that in the next map it's going to be Takeo and Carver that we get the souls for, and then the next map will be Richtofen and Weaver, and then our finale. If the next map is Takeo's, it was leaked that it would be a very distinctly hot map with a temple at the bottom of a volcano. So something about that is weird to me.
I mean, the leaks could be wrong though. Like, they've been pretty wrong, I would say, about a lot of BO7.
Sure.
There was a thought that entered my mind for just a second. What if we're getting, because it's the Dark Aether and they could do whatever they want, what if it's like ice volcanoes? Like, what if instead of lava, it's like snow or like some kind like really cold water or something? Like, what if they just, it's the Dark Aether, they can do whatever they want. What if that is the
Yeah.
Tokyo map?
When I started having those two conflicting ideas of cold but volcano, I sort of just like leaned back into paradox of like it's this but this, and like how we have past and future, but instead it's I had a similar thought. I don't know if they're gonna do that, just because that's such a unique aspect of this, but I with your idea of it just being a volcano but flipped on its head with it being an icy environment, I think that's a very neat idea.
That'd be crazy.
I probably would have liked to see an actual volcano with like a dragon or something, because I think
Yeah.
that sounds sick and it fits. But yeah, other than that, I have no ideas about what we're gonna be getting personally.
Look, we saw the castles in the drawings. We know it's some kind of snowy, large map. Are we going back to DE? That's the question.
I hope not. No.
Hey, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Yeah, dude, it's weird to think about. And now that like all the leakers are being like shut down, we're gonna go in pretty blind. Besides what like Treyarch wants us to know.
And I'm okay with that, honestly.
I prefer it.
I think in a crazy twist of events that Call of Duty actually responded with the sort of thing that was like it was a very internal thing. Like I don't think casuals were looking at Ghost of Hope in that way. It's the people that are really dedicated to Call of Duty as a mode that were paying attention. It was strange that Call of Duty like responded to this whole scenario.
Yeah.
And well, I think they had a good reason though, which is it might be setting up false expectations. Unfortunately, that was in reference to a very cool leak of the standalone Zombies game. Yeah. But Zombies is something that is at its best when it is a big question mark, and to not know at all what's coming next. And I think that's what makes that is one thing that makes Paradox so unique. Yeah, I don't think we were expecting anything like this, and I would prefer to let them sort of drip feed us, because that does nothing but get the theories going, and it might even be in a wrong direction, but then that leads to a whole other discussion once we get something else. But when we can sort of like see the finish line and we're following the breadcrumbs to what we already know, I think that takes some of the fun out of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we mentioned it in the podcast or just like separately, but like if we didn't know we were getting a Nuketown Alpha Omega remake, and like we just like saw the leaks that Treyarch gave us, like I feel like we would have been much more excited than like Hope leaking it, and then there's like no like I guess like excitement or like cool picture to go along with it. It's just like, yeah, it's gonna be an AO remake, and we're all toast, and like the Blundergat's coming back. Like if we just like saw that the Blundergat was coming back based on like the drawing that they leaked, like I feel like the excitement and just like expectations in general would have just been higher.
Sure.
So my opinion of the leaks was always, if they're there, I'm gonna follow them because they're interesting, but I would prefer if they weren't there. And so I will say I'm glad that we're not gonna have stuff like spoiled for us, I guess, even if it's like it's not, especially for BO7, like not all accurate. I'm looking forward to I guess seeing how Treyarch does, and like how our expectations of a map are different, because like we're basically at the halfway point of BO7. We have 3 maps behind us, and we have went into each map knowing like a decent amount about each one. Obviously not like still surprised a ton, but like we're gonna know much less about every single map going forward, and I think that's super exciting. Like that's where, to your point, like the theories and like the ideas just go all over the place. Like we don't know if we're gonna be seeing like freaking Monty could come back or something, and like we would have no idea, but like that might be leaked if if the leakers were still like doing their thing. So yeah, we'll see, man. A large snowy map with all unique enemies and water weapons and stuff. Like, dude, I'm so in. Like, I'm so in. Another point I wanted to mention is Paradox is probably it's probably just, I feel like it was put behind the 8 ball for a lot of people, like, no matter what. And I think it's going to be like the floor for a lot of people. Like, I think it's going to be like the worst map of BO7. Paradox being the worst map of BO7 is insane. Like, not in the sense that like it's insane that you think that, but getting a map that's the quality, I don't think that personally. I prefer it to Astra for sure, maybe Ashes, but
wow.
The fact that like a map of the quality of Paradox is going to be the worst map of BO7 for a good amount of people is like crazy to think about. And then I just get super excited that we're getting, as the Easter egg guy, that we're getting a large snowy map that's going to have like all unique stuff, dude. Like, I'm so pumped. Whatever it is, dude, I'm excited. And I think we're getting it end of April, probably, right? Like season 3 Reloaded.
Probably. I think from now going forward, actually Eric brought this up and it actually made sense. Like, yeah, we're probably going to be getting all the rest of our maps during the Reloaded.
I think they said that during the creator call.
Did they say it?
I thought so. I thought that's what I heard, yeah.
And it just makes sense because, you know, if we get 6 seasons, now we have 3 Reloaded, 4 Reloaded, 5 Reloaded. That basically just about gets us to the end.
Yeah.
Just in time to promote the next COD game. So, yeah. It definitely checks out.
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, super excited, man. Zombies is in such a good place right now. I really hope they keep up the momentum.
I said it in my first impressions of the map. I think this map is going to be definitely a sleeper hit for the right crowd. I think, you know, Alpha Omega has a certain cult following. Exactly. I think this map will be a very similar thing.
Yeah, dude. It's I agree. It's like, especially I think the Easter egg crowd, I think especially will like it. There's a lot of people, I mean, even the people that don't like the map overall, they're like, the Easter egg is like the highlight of the map. And I mean, I think they do everything else well, as like on top of it. So no, I think that's a good way of putting it, that there is going to be like if the group of people that like Paradox is small, it's going to be a group of people that like really, really like Paradox. So yeah, I love it. It's such a good map. Excited to see the side eggs and the extra relics that get found with it. There's still like stuff that we need to see, so we'll see if there's like, maybe there's a crazy side egg waiting for us. We'll see.
For everyone watching at home, go ahead and go back to the beginning and watch my face cam that shows how long we've been recording. But thank you guys for tuning in to episode 6 of the Yappers Mentality, the Pack Mentality podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. Your guys' support has been phenomenal. We love each and every one of you. Comment down below. Let us know, what are your thoughts on Paradox Junction? Has it exceeded your expectations? Is it still trash like you expected? Let us know your thoughts. We read each and every comment.
Yeah, if you guys like the video, please make sure that you drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, write a love letter to AQW. We really appreciate all the comments you guys leave. Any like feedback or just general thoughts about, like, you know, maybe where we're going next, or your opinions on Paradox Junction. We love reading all the comments. So yeah, let us know what you guys think, and we appreciate you guys for listening. We're episode 6 of what's hopefully a very long series between me and Mr. Debbie here, and yeah, we appreciate you guys a ton. So thanks for sticking it out in the long haul with us, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.